Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be performing a battery change on a G Shock DW-6900HM, and this is the 3230 module. Let's get right into it. To perform this battery change, we're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, a spring bar removal tool, ideally metal tweezers, but if you don't have metal tweezers, you can just use a metal paper clip, and our replacement battery, which is a CR2016. First thing we're going to need to do is flip our watch over and remove our rubber strap so we can take our case back off. So tucked down in there we can see our spring bars. Our spring bars have little lips on them, and our spring bar removal tool has a V-shaped notch. We simply want to wrap the notch around the lip, pull down, and we can twist our strap out, and I like to keep a finger there in case that bar tries to fly out on me. And I'll do the same on the other side. Now with our straps out of the way, we can go ahead and remove our 4 case back screws and set them aside for later. Now we can go ahead and lift our case back right off. And don't worry, sometimes the rubber gasket will come out stuck to the case back. We'll reinstall that when we're reassembling the watch. So now that we're inside the watch, the first thing we need to do is simply lift out this rubber bumper layer, and we'll set that aside for later. Now I'm going to go ahead and rotate my watch around here. We do not have to peel this sticker all the way off, but if one of these flaps is in the way, we can peel it back just enough so that we can expose this latch here. This latch is what's holding our battery in place. So this is where we're going to want to grab our tweezers or that paper clip, go right in the middle, pull out towards us, and that'll unlatch the battery housing. Then we can simply grab that old battery, take it out, and get rid of it. Now we're ready to come on in with our new battery. Again, this is a CR2016, and I always advise holding it by the sides if you're not wearing gloves or finger covers. We're simply going to drop it right in place of the old battery and push our latch down until you hear it click. Now our new battery is installed. Now we're ready to perform our AC reset. This is simply going to reset our module to factory defaults, clear any errors if there are any. So this is where having those metal tweezers will come in handy. But if you're using a paper clip, you can simply bend it into an arch. We just want to have 2 metal points of contact. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate the watch around again here. And as we can see on our module, there's a little label that says AC with an arrow pointing into this hole. There's a little gold tab at the bottom of that hole. What we simply want to do is contact one end of our metal to that gold tab and the other end to the metal on our module and hold it for just about 2 seconds. And now, just to ensure that we've performed the reset properly, I'd always advise holding a finger over the spring here. You don't want to lose that spring because it's important for the sound of your watch. We'll go ahead and flip our watch over, and we should see the seconds start counting up from 0, so it's been about 40 since I reset the module. So our module is reset, and we can begin reassembling the watch. Our first step in reassembly is going to be to put that rubber bumper layer back in place. This one's pretty easy because you can pretty much just match the shape of the module, but what we want to make sure is that the spring is protruding from this hole, and this metal tab is protruding through this hole. So we're simply going to line those up, make sure everything is sticking up that needs to. And next we're going to want to reinstall our case back gasket. So this one again, we're just going to want to match the shape. As we can see on the bottom, it's flat, and on the top it's all rounded. So we're just going to match the shape in the groove on our case back here. I'm going to drop it in place, and then I like to use my tweezers to make any fine adjustments if needed. This watch is very important to ensure that this case back is perfectly seated in that groove. That way it doesn't get pinched, and it'll maintain a watertight seal. Now we're ready to reinstall our case back. So again, as we can see, this kind of follows the same shape, but if you're unsure, just remember that this metal tab here indicates the upper portion of the watch, so we want to make sure that our Casio and G Shock logos are properly oriented. So we're simply going to drop that right in place in between these grooves here, and now we just need to reinstall our 4 case back screws. What I typically like to do is just hold a finger on that case back so it doesn't shift around, drop my 4 screws in, just get them started, and now we just need to snug them up. And remember, these don't need to be super tight, just nice and snug. And now our final step is going to be reinstalling our straps. So what I like to do is grab my strap, grab my spring bar. I like to thread the bar through and leave a little more sticking out on the left side. Then I'll grab my watch here, and if I tilt it over, I can see the hole where that spring bar is going to sit. So I like to tilt it in place, get one side seated, then I'll hold the strap in place. Come in with my spring bar tool. I'll pull the excess bar down, push it in, and get it seated just like so. Then I'll do the same for the other side. And just like that, nice and secure. And that's all there is to it. As we can see, all of our modes cycle, our beep is nice and loud, our backlight is working, so our watch is completely ready to set and wear again. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this quick battery changing tutorial. I really hope that everything was clear and helpful. If you have any questions for me, please be sure to leave them down below in the comments. And if you're interested in more tutorials and watch related content, please do consider subscribing. I cover a wide range of G Shock, Baby G, and Casio products, so stay tuned for more. Thanks everyone.